Welcome, wrestling fans, to the Plymouth Duels 2014 edition, the 23rd annual Plymouth Duels from Plymouth High School in way over almost to Sheboygan. Teams in the duels: Brookfield Central, Elkhart Lake, Lomira, Milwaukee Bradley Tech, Milwaukee Pulaski, Plymouth, Sheboygan North, and your Lincoln High School Red Raiders. This is an 8-team tournament, so there'll be 2 pools of 4 teams each. They will wrestle 3 rounds in each pool, each dual meet, and then they will be re-bracketed. The top 2 teams in each pool will be paired off in the championship bracketing at the end of the day. So 5 dual meets here for the Red Raiders. And strangely enough, since they went to a draw system for starting weight classes, we are going to start at 106 pounds. This is Matrix Jisco, and wrestling would be Danielle Weezy from Plymouth. And Danielle is a female, as you could probably tell by the first name, Danielle. Referee making sure he's got the right 2 wrestlers at the table. In the Red Raider pool, you have Milwaukee Bradley Tech, Sheboygan North, and Plymouth. In Pool B is Lomira, Brookfield Central, Elkhart Lake, and Milwaukee Pulaski. 4 mats on the floor here at the Plymouth Gymnasium, or Field House, whichever you like to use. And the referee is still getting this all straightened out at the scorer's table. Plymouth is coached by Lucas Lechner, Sam Scheringer, Peter Franz, James Parker, and C.J. Weezy. And here you go with the 106-pound first match of the dual meet. In the first dual meet of the Plymouth Duels, Wisconsin Rapids taking on the Plymouth Panthers. Plymouth orange and black. They'll be in a black singlets, I do believe so, most of the day. The Red Raiders start off in their new red with silver and black and white trim. Just go in on a near side single leg. Trying to come around the corner. He's got an arm caught, but then leaves go of that. Gets a takedown and leads 2-0. Got an arm tied up across the side. Now trying to work that up across the back. Has it across the back, pinned near the edge of the circle. So Jisco will have to be careful to try to keep Danielle Weezy in bounds, but was unable to do so. They're off the mat. 2-0 Jisco. He'll ride in the top of referee's position. 1:27 left, first period. Quick tip attempt right off the whistle by Jisco. He's got a little hip tip here. Stoughton used that a long time. And he has 2 near fall laying there, and he's been awarded the 2. Now the arm pinned across the back. Got the arm barred now, and a half. Jisco trying to walk that towards the head. His chest is pretty far over the side. If he can sink back and get some more pressure across the top of the shoulders of Weezy, and pin that up in 1:06 on the fall. Jisco with a pin in 1:06 over Danielle Weezy. And next up will be Patrick Spray at 113 pounds. And this will be Chase Hartman. You do not have years on any of the wrestlers for the opposing teams. There's just one thing that's nice, there's a lineup for every team here, so that's a good thing. Patrick Spray on the mat against Chase Hartman. Spray reaches in, now changes to a double. Sets Hartman down on the seat of his step-in and has two in a takedown, then they're off the mat. Matrix Jisco, in the latest Wisconsin Wrestling Online rankings, is ranked 4th in the state at 106 pounds. Patrick Spray is ranked 6th at 113 pounds for the Red Raiders. 1 point free ride back to the feet for Hartman, and Spray in on a low ankle pick. It's now 4-1. And Spray cuts Hartman loose. It's 4-2. They're on their feet. Minute and a half left. Spray again with a takedown, and he's going to cut Hartman loose. 6-3 in on a cross-bodied ankle pick, and he's got a takedown there, and the legs are laced up, and they're off the mat. One point free ride back to the feet for Hartman. It's now 8-4 with a minute 10 left first period. Arm drag into a double leg. Nice takedown by Spray. Not much defense there for Hartman. Plymouth in the basic lineup here is 4th in the group of teams. Rapids number 1 in Pool A, Milwaukee Bradley Tech number 2, Sheboygan North number 3, Plymouth number 4. Spray now looking to sit out on a double arm bar, and there's the pin as he gets to a sitting position. That puts a lot of pressure down, and the pin comes in 127. 6 more Red Raider team points. It's out to a quick 12-0 lead. 120 pounders coming out. This is Christian Smith. And we have a little blood on the mat. Got to take this opportunity to thank Mr. Craig Tim for volunteering this Saturday to do the camera work, giving you mat side seats, as I'd like to say, here on River Cities Community Access. And we'll take this opportunity to thank some of these Wisconsin Rapids area businesses for supporting Lincoln High School Wrestling and the Rapids Mat Backers. Mortensen Brothers Farms Incorporated, Niski Approved, Applewood Smoked Meats, Trips Forest Products, Arby's, the Bennett's Family, Conley's and Kellner, A Street Auto, George's Hathaway, Jerry and Jessica Hamill, Rocky Rococo, Roger Buzz Pascavas, Scott J.S. Incorporated, Subway East, Solaris, Wisconsin Rapids Orthopedic Center, Wisconsin River Orthopedics, XL Lawn Care, Fehrenbach Mogg and Associates, Garrison Septic Service, Homestead Golf Course, Ironside GMC, Paper City Savings, Roger and Kathy Plowman, Safeway Bus, and the Water Quality Store. Other first round matchups look like this. On mat number 2, the Red Raiders are wrestling on mat 1. On mat 2, Sheboygan North is taking on Milwaukee Bradley Tech. And on mat 3, Brookfield is taking on Elkhart Lake. On mat number 4, Lemira is wrestling Milwaukee Pulaski. That's the first round matchups here at the 23rd annual Plymouth Duels. Christian Smith on the mat now against Keegan Gustin. Smith, your Red Raider, working from a very low one knee on the mat stance. Climbs into a single and backed out of it. Front headlock now by Smith. Controlling the elbow, trying to shuck him on by. Couldn't do that as Gustin got an arm out. Now Smith with the underhook, and he backed out of there. He had an underhook and wrist control in good position, but didn't like the feel of that. So he backed out of there. Smith now in on a low shot right at the back of the heel, trying to tuck that heel underneath, and he does, as Guston had to give up the takedown. Crossface cradle trying to get locked up by Smith. He got that arm barbed wired underneath. Now Guston picks the hand off. Smith again going with that crossface cradle. But Guston able to break the grip, sit out and face. 2-1 with 25 seconds left first period. Smith leads. Smith in and again on another takedown attempt. But Guston's got his toes trapped, and that's potentially dangerous. 12 seconds left. First period. Smith looking to get hand control, pounds down in the head, tries to get to a front headlock. Guston trying to drive in, and the period comes to an end. 2-1, Smith with a lead. Smith's choice. It's going both on their feet. Smith with a low shot in, but missed coming in and got stopped. Inside leg pick by Guston, and he's got the takedown, and now the lead, 3-2. And a bad shot by Smith cost him. Sit-out attempt by Smith, and that's stopped by Guston. Smith unable to really get off his stomach here. Now builds to a base. Legs right on the right side by Guston. Smith trying to control a wrist over his shoulder, which is where you want it. Now to a sitting position, trying to hit a switch. Smith's going to be in trouble here as he sat right into pinning combination and then gets stuck. He didn't quite know what he was rolling into, and the pin came in 3:54. Once he got to that sitting position, he rolled, turned right into the pinning combination, and did get stuck. 126-pounders now Max Bennett's against Eric Ullman from Plymouth. Bennett's freshman in the Red Raider lineup. Both wrestlers early on hand fighting, looking for some control. Underhook comes out of that little scramble, does Ullman. Little duck under by Ullman. That was a nice shot. Bennett gives up the takedown. He's fighting hard. He's staying in a pretty good base right now. He's got a score from there now. Gets a little distance, and Oman drops down, picks an ankle, and he gets bent sideways, and that's potentially dangerous. Bennett's got some separation there, but didn't quite clear the legs. Minute left, first period. 2-0, Eric Oman, O-H-M-A-N, of Plymouth. Referee will stop him and reset him. An adjacent whistle on another mat, blue. He's trying to get some hips clear, get a little separation there, and Oman gathers him back up. Now Bennett's to his feet. Gets the hands separate, turns and faces. It's 2-1, Bennett trails. 40 seconds left. Oh, nice little short drag by Bennett's on a bad shot by Oman. He got a little stretched out there. Bennett's capitalized. He now leads 3-2. And we got a stoppage for blood. And it's on Oman as he pinches his nose off and heads to the cleanup area. Let's take this opportunity to thank some more of these Rapids area businesses for supporting Lincoln High School Red Raider Wrestling and the Rapids Matbaggers. Accounting Plus, LLC. Chips Hamburgers. Edward Jones and Patrick Murphy. Farmers Insurance, Mike Hallonen Agency. Bada Custom Apparel. Michael D. O'Leary, DDS. Quality Plus Printing. Renaissance Learning. Rich Funeral Home. Sportsman's Pub and Grill. Stoiber Chiropractic. Sully's Sports. Quality Inn. Thompson's Hardwood Floor Company. Tom and Edna Thompson. The Tom Schneider Agency. Bardall and Wolf CPAs. Bone Chucking and Excavating. Cupid's Corner. DeLuca Family. Donahue Super Sports. Family Natural Foods. Good Time Charlie's. Grandma's Cafe. High Tech HVAC Company. Home Furniture. Key Savings Bank. Marvin Wallach. Paul Delamuth, State Farm Insurance. Pioneer Bank. Rapids Floor Mart. Rapids Sheet Metal Heating and Cooling. Richard Engelbright. SK Construction. The Barber Shop. And the Tool Shed. Excuse me there. Interesting, you have one centralized cleanup area for 4 mats. And there's 3 guys over there using the area right now. Oman is there trying to get his nosebleed stopped. Bennett's was over there getting a little cleanup from the blood from Oman. And a third wrestler from the mat right behind the Red Raiders, the green one, was over there getting cleaned up as well. And a lot of times when you're over there getting cleaned up, a lot of coaching can go on, but it's kind of hard when your opponent and the other coaches are standing right next to you. Now the trainers are still trying to get Oman cleaned up. He's got a pretty good nosebleed going here. And it's an obvious health and safety concern that you get the blood cleaned up and off and neutralized. There are some sprays that can neutralize that. And that's just safety and precaution built into high school and athletics, which is a good thing. Bennett's on top now with 25 seconds left. Leads 3-2. Got a wrist tied up. Stopped the first move of Oman. Gonna try and get a quick tip here. Couldn't quite control him. Bennett's riding hard here. Oman on the edge of the circle now. 3 seconds. 2, 1. End of the period comes. 3-2. Bennett comes from behind to take the lead after 1 period. And that's kind of been Max Bennett's MO in the number of times that I've seen him wrestle, he's somehow finds himself pretty even at the start and then gets behind, and then sometimes by 6 or 7 points. By the end of the match, he's come roaring back and got things tied and went to plenty of overtimes already. There's a nice duck by Oman, and he does get the takedown, and he takes the lead back at 4-3.
Let's go. Elevate that head. Get your leg out. Leg out.
Bennett's trying to force his way inside the circle. Oman's got a half on his near side and picking an ankle. And he goes back to that ankle pick. And they're off the mat. .119 left, still 4-3 Oman now as he comes back to take the lead for the second time in this matchup. Bennett stands right up. Turns to face, now trying to spin behind. Oman hanging on to a knee. Bennett's forcing away on the head. Two, Bennett's reversal. He's got to be careful now he doesn't get rolled back on his hip. Best thing that could happen here would be a stalemate as Bennett's has got the reversal, leads 5-4. And we get a fresh restart. Now Bennett's hips in and puts Oman on his stomach. Good counter there for Max Bennett. Now going to go with a little power half here. Wrist control on the right side by Max Bennett's got a half on his near side, but Oman able to get that wrist free. He was starting to tip. Bennett's again scoops the wrist, got a half. Pulls him back in. Just lost it a little bit. Now snatches it back in again. Got to get that wrist. Max Bennett's close to getting a turn there, but just ran out of mat and time. Bennett's his choice. He's going down to start the third. He leads 5-4 after 2 periods. And they're going back on their feet. Oman puts him back on his feet. He's had the better of it on his feet. It's 6-4 Bennett. Oh, underhook now by Oman. Excuse me, Bennett has the underhook now. And head position. And there's a headlock there for an instant, but they both backed off of it. And now Bennett needs some cleanup. As he's got a little bit of a bloody nose going. That's the tough thing. Once you get a bloody nose started, you breathe a lot through your nose. And so to stop the bleeding, they plug your nose. And if you got it going in both sides, they'll plug both sides. So then you got to breathe only through your mouth. And if a guy's got his arm or hand across your mouth, then you don't get any air. You got the referee looking in from a distance here, coaching staff over there cleaning up Max Bennett, and then you have a photographer sitting right by the garbage bin there. I guess you don't need a camera to get a good look from that close. He's only 1.5 feet away. I think maybe I'd move if I would be the photographer. 6-4, Bennett's with the lead. 1.5 left, third period. This is the 126-pound matchup in a dual meet between the Plymouth Panthers and your Lincoln High School Red Raiders. In round number 2, the Red Raiders will take on Sheboygan North. And Sheboygan North does not have a full lineup. They have potentially 3 openings, one at 106. They have listed openings at 195 and 220. They do have the potential, have a couple of mid-lightweights at 126, 32, and 38 that they could move people up to fill some of those openings later on down the lineup. We'll see if they do that. Now you got both guys over there getting a little cleanup special. And both guys got their noses plugged up. And I think we're ready to go here. And we're ready and wrestling. Bennett's on a Russian loosely, but had Oman kind of going around the corner, drives in, lateral drop coming as Oman was going to his back. He planted his feet and threw it. Bennett's got caught pushing in pretty hard. That's going to be a takedown, 6-6, and near fall coming with a minute left. Bennett's in deep trouble here. Bennett's had Oman going down to the mat, but Oman, a good enough wrestler, planted his feet and tossed Bennett's with a lateral. And what was a good match going on here between these two wrestlers just turned in Oman's favor. Bennett gets his stomach down now. He's still in the match. He's going to be down 9-6. 20 seconds left. Wrist control and a tight waist by Oman. 10 seconds left. And he is going to hang on and ride out a win, a 9-6 on a 5-point move in the final minute of the match. Kind of basically, literally fell into it. Three team points for Plymouth. The dual meet scores now 12-9. 132-pounders coming up. This is Dylan Hall against Alex Schmidt. Dylan Hall and Alex Schmidt getting ready to go. Dylan Hall for the Red Raiders is ranked in the 15th at 132 pounds. Into a double right off the get-go, lifts, half on the way down, put Schmidt to his back, and Hall is dangerous that way. Now Hall's got to get some chest pressure on here. Now he's got a little bit of pressure. But it's still early yet. Schmidt's got a lot of fight left in him, so you got to keep him here and let him wear some of that extra energy he's got off. Now scooping the arms up is Hall, but can't keep him on his stomach. Hall now barbed wires an arm, fires a half. It's 2 takedowns, 3 near fall Hall, and he's going for a half in the wrist again. And this could be really tight here. 10 for Hall in 51 seconds. Six more Red Raider team points is 18-9. The Red Raiders double up Plymouth at this point. Jordan Scallis at 138 pounds. And he will take on Lucas Johnson. Scalise with an underhook and a head position. Pardon. Front headlock, now to chin lock. Scalise heading the hole around the corner. He's got the takedown, leads 2-0. Scalise got wrist control 2-on-1 underneath, and they roll their way right out of bounds. 2-0 with 1:10 left. First period, Scalise will ride. Johnson will be in about him. And they're going to stop him again as the neighboring mat whistle blew just a second before this referee was going to start him. So they both jumped, did the right thing by resetting him. Scalise now has Johnson in deep trouble. Scalise is ranked 9th for the Red Raiders at 138 pounds. Chest pressure is pretty far over the top. We'll see what he can do here if he can get some weight back across the chest, which he did, pin in 120. Six more Red Raider team points, 24-9 right now to do a meet through 138 pounds. Here's the 145-pounders. And this is going to be Peyton Einerson. Einerson is going to take on Trevor Miskey. And here you'll see a totally different style of wrestling in Einerson. This will be counter the takedown shot. There won't be a lot of footwork here. Einerson's feet are planted in the mat. He's long and lanky.
Head up, Brian. Head up.
A little half shot by Einerson.
Off your hip, Brian. Get off your hip. Even the side.
Einerson almost baits you into shooting at him. And if you shoot the single leg at him, then he's pretty good at countering. Has a little more trouble with a double leg shot, because he's not able to get an angle and turn a corner one way or another on you. Oh, rushing loosely, and Einerson backs out of that. Again, 4 matches going on here on 4 mats in the floor of the Plymouth Gymnasium. Ankle pick. Einerson climbs right in, as you can see, into that legs ride, and they go off the mat. And that's Einerson's style. Einerson in the honorable mention category at 145 for the Red Raiders. In the Wisconsin Wrestling Online rankings, it came out ranking number 4 on January 7th. That's the current rankings in the state. 10 seconds remaining, still no score. And the 1, and we're still tied at 0. Well, Miskey deferred his choice. which if you're tied at 0, you probably would want to exercise your choice and use that to score first. Because if you get far enough into the overtime periods, that is a critical decision who scores first. So this gives Peyton a chance to score first. Wrist tied up and an ankle pick. Seen that a lot from the Plymouth wrestlers. They run that combination quite a bit. And you won't see any blasting fast movement here from Einerson. Now he steps across the hip. Okey choke potential for Miskey. He's got it locked. Now can he do something with it? And they're off the mat. Minute 5 left yet. Second period still 0-0. Wrist tied up underneath, trying to get to a tip or a ball and chain here is Miskey. Now he's got the arm behind Einerson's back. Einerson fought that wrist back out in front of him now. 30 seconds left. Now Einerson comes to his feet, trying to get some hand control. He's got one, right? Not quite. And we're in a scramble. 14 seconds left. No loss of control yet as Miskey's got a leg tied up. Trying to come out the back side, and does. And no points scored. Miskey's choice now. And now head coach Scott Bennett's coming over asking a question of the official on a scoring or a non-call for points. Miskey's choice, he's going to go down, and that's probably the best spot for Einerson to be is riding. Caution, jumping to start, Einerson. He stands right up. Einerson trips him, takes him back to his shoulder. Now going to try and throw a legs right in. And has it in there. This is where Einerson goes to work now. Normally, and they're out of bounds. Einerson gets stepped across when they go down to the mat, and that's a reversal. Now Miskey with a 2-0 lead. And Einerson in a scramble, and he keeps his head down long enough. Miskey spins behind him. Again, everything is extremely methodical for Peyton Einerson. Hip tip working for Miskey. Einerson didn't get turned. 52 seconds left, third period, 2-0 Mischke. Tip attempt again, but too loose on the hip tip was Mischke, and Einerson does not get exposed the shoulders. And Einerson somehow or another has to find it in him to pick up a pace here. He's got 30 seconds left. Mischke's riding him with wrist control, and that's it. Now picking an ankle. And Einerson was basically halfway out. Now there's 12 seconds left. Einerson's to his feet. And they're out of bounds. 6 seconds left. Switch attempt. Mischke steps over the top to counter, and into the match. Mischke with a 2-0 win over Peyton Einerson. And Plymouth cuts the team dual meet score in half, 24-12. The Red Raiders lead. Ethan Mercer at 152 coming out. And he's coming up a couple of weight classes. And he is going to take on at 152 Skylar Jimenez. Skylar Jimenez going in there at 152 pounds. And you'll see the difference in body size here. Both these guys are... Jimenez came down 2 weight classes to get down to 52 from 170 is where he was listed. And Mercer comes up 2 weight classes from 138. Mercer is quick, that's for sure. He's got some speed to him. Mercer with an underhook on the left side. Tried to shuck him on by, couldn't do that, just didn't drop levels enough. Both wrestlers with a collar tie. Mercer trying to go inside again. Keeps driving in, now they end up out of bounds. One minute left, first period, no score. Mercer with a little ankle pick shot from a long ways out. A little sweep, but missed. Warning, stalling. Jimenez of Plymouth. Russian by Mercer. Drag attempt. Jimenez steps across. Mercer got to keep control of that arm and hip in. Get to the Okie choke to take down Mercer. Nice job of continuing to wrestle by Mercer there. And the 1 period, Mercer of Rapids leads 2-0. Mercer's choice, he defers. And Jimenez's choice, they're going to go on their feet. Mercer now trying to pop down on the head and doesn't complete that takedown. Now he's still got a collar tie. Slide by attempt, got his foot caught. And it's tied 2-2. You can see his foot get caught right in the mat, and I don't know if Jimenez actually stepped on it by accident or purpose, but it's tied at 2. And Mercer on the bottom now, got to work off that bottom. It's in a good base. Now he's got to sit here. Comes up to his feet. Working on hands. Switch on the way down. Nice work by Mercer. 1 point escape. He leads 3-2. A minute 5 left, second period. Jimenez this time's got 2 hand control. Oh, nice little drag. Mercer is quick. Just a bad reach-in shot by Jimenez. That was the best shot Jimenez has taken, but they're out of wrestling room. The Russian jab down to the mat. Jimenez comes up with a double underhooks, and Mercer backed out of the mat, gets hit for stalling. (3-2) Mercer with a lead. End of the second period is here, and Mercer will take that score into the third. And it'll be Mercer's choice. He's going down. Mercer set, Jimenez covers. There's the quickness right there. Up and out, and Jimenez couldn't even wrap him up. 4-2, Mercer. Referee having a conversation with both wrestlers, trying to get them to stay in the center of the mat or work back towards the center once they get to the outside. Mercer with a half a shot in. 1:20 left. Russian by Mercer with head position. Drags him down to the mat, tries to spin behind on a short drag. Couldn't get there. One minute remaining. Mercer in danger, getting nailed for stalling again. There's Mercer's double leg. You see it's a good one when he fires it. There's a takedown, now got a half. Jimenez in trouble on his back. 37 seconds left yet. Mercer trying to clear his legs, get some chest pressure down on him. Now Mercer got to pick up his head. Pin for Mercer. In 5:38. Six more Red Raider team points, 30-12. The dual meet in favor of the Red Raiders. Jake Tim goes up to 160. for the Red Raiders, and he will take on Isaac Oman. Oman and Tim going at it now. Tim shoots in, lateral drop throw, 2 takedowns, says the referee, as Oman able to keep his toes in bounds. Jake Tim got caught pushing in there a little bit on the edge of the mat, and Oman tossed him. Same thing as Eric Oman did to Max Bennett. Planted his feet and tossed him, so you got to figure those two guys wrestle. Brothers, I would imagine. To reversal Tim now. Tim trying to get a wrist turned underneath. Oman trying to stay in a base. Spiral ride now by the Red Raider. .35 seconds left. Score is tied at 2. Tim flattens down Oman. Right square in his chest. Tim again drives the wrist underneath. .12 seconds remaining. End of the period is here, and we're tied at 2. A takedown for Oman, a reversal for Tim. And we have some blood time, I do believe, on Oman. And we'll get some cleanup going here. The Red Raiders are in the honorable mention category in the rankings team-wise in Division 1. Rankings look like this. Rank number 1 is Kaukauna, followed by Merrill, then Bayport. 4th place is Sauk Prairie. Then comes Holman, Menominee, Burlington, Stoughton, Milton, Cedarburg, Hudson, Elkhorn. In the honorable mention is Stevens Point, Pulaski, Wausau West, Menominee Falls, and I had mentioned your Red Raiders. Division 2, Ellsworth, perennial power there, ranked 1. Wittenberg, Burnhamwood 2, Luxembourg, Casco 3, Two Rivers 4, Amory 5, Pewaukee 6, Wrightstown 7, Freedom 8, River Valley 9, Sparta 10. Honorable mention Sheboygan Falls, Oconto Falls, Southern Door, Tomahawk, St. Croix Falls, and Boston. Division 3, top spot is Spring Valley Elmwood, then followed by Coleman, Stratford, Random Lake, Boyceville, Lancaster, Mineral Point, Cumberland, Bondwell, Reedsville. Honorable mention is Osaki, Riverdale, Weston Ithaca, Cameron, and Iowa Grant. That's the team rankings. And Jake Timm will start in a down referee's position starting the second period. Score's tied at 2. His opponent, Isaac Oman, will start in a riding position. Crossbody cradle tried by Oman. Tim fought that off. wrist control pretty tightly on this right-hand side here. Tim fighting hard to stay on a base. Now the arm up on the back of Tim. Tim comes out to face now and comes to his feet. 1 point escape Tim. He leads 3-2. .20 seconds left. Tim with a 3-2 lead. Both on their feet. Holman scored a takedown in the first period. Tim reversed them and then got the escape here in the start of the second. And that's the way this period is going to come to an end, with Tim taking a 3-2 lead into the third period. The other dual meets are done. Red Raiders a little past halfway in their dual meet. So all eyes will be on this dual meet between Plymouth and the Red Raiders. Both on their feet to start the third. Russian arm tie by Ullman. Tim gets the underhook and Ullman breaks off. Single leg shot. Tim trying to come around the corner, picking an ankle. Trying to step over top is Ullman. He's got to fight that leg out the face now. He does. Tim trying to come around the corner. Ullman still has a leg. Trying to get to a Granby is Ullman. Can Tim flatten out on him? Tim with a takedown, 2. I don't know who got the takedown here. The referee signaled red too, but they put it up the other way. No back points, just 2 reversal. So now Tim trails 5-4 with 40 seconds left. And they're off the mat. Well, Jake Tim got away before. He needs 1 to tie the match up. And now
that's the right score.
Now they're all checking on the score. Plymouth's coach comes over. Head coach Scott Tesch comes over, and the referee comes over, and we're going to try to get it all straightened out. So we'll see what they come up with at the scorer's table. You have 1 younger person at the scorer table down there. So we'll see what we have for a score. .36 seconds left. Jake Tim will be down, but Plymouth cut him loose. And now we're going to see if we can get the score correct. 6-4 Tim with a lead. 6-4 Tim with a lead now. Okay, now we got the score straight. 35 seconds left. Oman from Plymouth is looking for a takedown to tie. 25 seconds left. Arm drag into a single leg, turn the corner, now we're tied at 6-6. Eight seconds left. Tim to his feet now, working on hand control. 4 seconds left. And we go to overtime. 6-6 after regulation. Overtime coming 1 minute, sudden victory here. First wrestler to score wins in this period. And now they got clock set right. You can win or lose in this period. If you wrestled out this period and you're still tied, then you'll go through the entire wrestleback, or excuse me, the entire tiebreaker system, which will consist of a couple more periods. Overhooked by Oman, and he threw Tim once before. .30 seconds left. Oman with a shot and got there. Puts Tim on the seat of his step-in. Tim's trying to lock him on the body. 2 takedown. Oman, he wins in overtime, 8-6. Three team points, and Plymouth cuts the lead in half again. 30-15, the Red Raiders lead. 170-pounders getting set to go. Brock Bennett going up a couple of weight classes, and he will take on, let's see here in my notes, Joel Chandler. Joel Chandler and Brock Bennett. Bennett's obviously the favorite here, into a double. Changes corners, half on the way down, and Chandler rolled him through to take down Bennett. No near fall, no reversal. And there, Bennett has the nosebleed started instantly, which has kind of been the trademark of him so far this year. Gets that nosebleed early, and it just gets tough to stop. The dual meet so far went like this. We started at 106 pounds, the lightest weight. And Matrix Jisco took 1 minute and 6 seconds to pin Danielle Weezy. At 113, Patrick Spray needed 1 minute and 27 seconds to get a pin over Chase Hartman. Then Plymouth comes back with 2 matches. Keegan Guston gets a pin in 3:54 over Christian Smith, and Eric Ullman a 9-6 victory over Max Bennett. And the Red Raiders back on the winning track. Dylan Hall with a pin in 51 seconds over Alex Schmidt. Jordan Scalise a pin in 1:20 over Lucas Johnson. Plymouth gets back on the board with a 2-0 win, Trevor Miskey over Peyton Inerson. And we're back in the Bennett's match again. Ethan Mercer got a pin in 5:38 over Skylar Semenez. Cradle now by Bennett. Knee in the side, textbook right here. Going to try to settle him in, and there is the pin in 27 seconds on the fall. 6 Red Raider team points, 36-15. Jake Tim, as you just saw, goes down in an 8-6 overtime loss to Isaac Ullman. Bennett's with the pin in 27 seconds. This is 182 pounders. Here is Nathan Fuller. And Fuller going up a weight class or so. And he will take on Cole Brugink. Cole Brugink and Nathan Fuller. Fuller in that double that he shoots right off the bat, but got caught into the front headlock. And Fuller short drags out of it. Again, Fuller up one weight class for sure. And they work off the mat. 1:28 left, no score. Nice low shot right at the back of the heel. And Fuller gets a takedown. Just missed a half on the way through. There's a hard chop on that elbow with a hip, with a little tilt attempt there. Didn't quite expose the shoulders. Fuller did that well. Now walks up a cradle, locks it. This looks tight here. The grip got broke. Fuller with a legs ride now, gets near fall. He is up 5-0. Fuller now hipping in on a legs ride, puts Brugink on his side, now fires crossbody half, picks the leg. Brugink's going to go over one more time with 28 seconds left. This one isn't quite as tight yet. Fuller trying to sink back. Now walks up towards the head. There's a pin in 1:47. Ross Nichols at 195 going up another weight class. And Ross is going to take on a Max Hahn, I do believe, unless they forfeit. I'm not sure. Nope, Max Hahn is coming out here. Hahn goes up from 170 to 195. Then next up is scheduled Ryan Brooks to move up. And he'll probably get Cody Abel. Bo Thompson will step up to the heavyweight category, I'm thinking. And I do not believe, unless they use Bo at at 220. They're off the mat. And Klubuknik, the other heavyweight for the Red Raiders, could step in and get the win. Nichols in with a double leg shot. Can he turn the corner? Switches to a single. Lift. Nichols with a takedown, leads 2-0. Good work by Ross Nichols. Now he's got a half. Trying to get out to the side. 105 left yet. And Hahn comes to his feet. Good work so far by Nichols. Caution, Nichols in proper starting position. Hahn now works to a high base. Nichols with a half and a tight waist. Spiral ride, basically. Body lock. Launching pad could be loaded if Nichols wants it. And Nichols can't hold Hahn. And Hahn just bull rushes him. And they're out of the mat. 32 seconds left. 2-1 Nichols with a lead. of bounds. Hahn's kind of the bull rush type guy. He just wades right in, leads with the head a little bit. Collar tie, looking to throw a headlock is Hahn. Nichols, can he hang back? Hahn backs out of it. Kind of a bad attempt there, and Nichols almost able to pop his head out and score. Good work by Nichols. 2-1 the lead. He defers. Hahn's choice. Gonna go down. Nichols will be on top in the referee's position and riding. Hahn will be on the bottom trying to get out. Nichols with a half fired again. Nichols over top the shoulder now, flattens Hahn back down off his base. He's got a half and a cross body, but he's in trouble getting out in front. One escape, Hahn. Nichols got a little out of position there. 2-2 the match. And Hahn just bull rushes back in again. Hahn not even on the stripe to start with, and the referee reminds him, gave him a break there, could have cautioned him. Nichols drops in off a collar tie, trying to lift. Sets him down the seat of his step-in. Now got to work up the body. And Hahn wound up and fired a cross face. That's like a punch. Now a half by Nichols as he's got the takedown. Stay with it here, Ross. Stay with it. Hahn able to fight that off again. Got a cradle on the near side now, but not in good position as Nichols, but he's still got a cradle lock. Good controlling ride right now, and the grip gets broke. Nichols with a knee pick. Hahn stands up, they cut him loose. 4-3, Nichols leads. And Nichols drives in again. They're out of the wrestling room. .37 seconds left. 4-3, Nichols with a lead. Hahn took a bad shot. Nichols not able to capitalize yet. Got him in the front chin lock. And Hahn comes wading right back in again. Nichols could time that. He could little head feint, duck right underneath, body lock, headlock thrown by Hahn. It's not a good one. Nichols trying to stay in bounds. They're out. No control. Seconds left, second period. Hahn pulls Nichols down into a single leg shot. Nichols going down, start the third period. .43, the Red Raider leads. Nichols to his feet, working on some hands, got him separated, see if he can get out of here. Now an Okie choke basically. Hahn's up high, Nichols can get his hips up. And Hahn able to get a double legs right in. Stretched out, but it's in there. Okie choke, now Nichols trying to turn inside if he can. Snatching ahead. Nichols is going to get this reversal here. Come out with a headlock. 2 reversal Nichols. Now he's got a lot of time to try and pin him. Nichols sitting right out on this. He's in good position here. If he can keep him on the mat, Hahn giving a couple shots to the head. Headlock was supposedly illegal. 3 near fall nickels, and the headlock supposedly was illegal. Somehow, I couldn't see it from this angle. 110 left, nickels up 9-3 on the scoreboard, if that's correct. (9-3) it says. 110 left. Nichols tried to cradle. Lifts, takes him back to the man. Good little lift by Nichols. And Hahn able to get the escape. And he wades right in with a headbutt. 1 point Nichols, technical violation, a headbutt by Hahn. He's done that all match long. 10-4, Nichols with a lead. Yeah, he just did it again. Hahn is going to look for that headlock again. 40 seconds left. Hahn is trying to force that headlock in the worst way, and he doesn't have a very good one. Now drops down underneath. Nichols catches him, short drag, spins behind, got 2 and a takedown. Now it's 11-5 on the 12-5 on the cut loose. Another takedown, we can get a major here. Nichols with a body locking her off the mat. 12 seconds left. 12-5, Nichols with a lead. Hahn, double underhooks. Bad attempt at a headlock, struck him by, got a takedown with a minute left. 14-5, Ross Nichols comes up with a major decision. Four Red Raider team points, 46-15 the dual meet. 220 pounders coming out. And this is Bo Thompson. Thompson going to take on Ryan Brooks. Thompson and Brooks coming out. Thompson ranked in the state at .220 pounds. He's ranked 3rd in the state, and there's a quick takedown. That'll show you why right there. Thompson lifts, steps through the legs. Got Brooks on his back. Brooks able to turn stomach down. Thompson comes up with a legs ride. Little tip off the legs. That looks flat there to me. There's the pin, and 32 seconds on the fall for Bo Thompson. And the heavyweight Devin Klobuknik comes out. He's going to receive a forfeit for Plymouth, or from Plymouth, I should say. And the Red Raiders are going to win this dual meet 58-15. Red Raiders losing 4 matches in the dual meet, giving up 1 pin and 3 decisions. The Red Raiders scoring 8 pins, 1 win by forfeit, and a major decision. So the Red Raiders off to a good start in this dual meet. In this dual meet tournament, I should say, 58-15 over Plymouth. The next round of wrestling, one One round done. Second round, Wisconsin Rapids will take on Sheboygan North. So we'll bring you that dual meet right here from Plymouth, Wisconsin at the 23rd Annual Plymouth Duel. This is round number 2 of the Plymouth Duels. The Red Raiders knocking off Plymouth in the first round, the host school, by a final score of 58-15. Other first round scores: Sheboygan North was defeated by Milwaukee Bradley Tech 49-30. Brookfield defeated Elkhart Lake 60-16. And Lomira took apart Milwaukee Pulaski 70-9. That's round number 1. Plymouth and Bradley Tech will wrestle this round. Rapids and Sheboygan North, Brookfield and Milwaukee Pulaski, and Lomira and Elkhart Lake will be the matchups this round. 113 pounders on the mat. Patrick Spray, your Red Raider. Spray steps over the top of a head tie and gets a takedown over Riley Kunzman of Sheboygan North. Sheboygan North coached by Ben Chapman, Ross Schladweiler, Chris Weber, and John Kudek. Spray with a pretty wide square stance, short drag off a Russian, coming in, ankle pick, cross body, nice takedown. They're going to cut him loose. 4-2 now, the lead for Spray. A low dart right at the back of the heel from a long ways out. Got the takedown, trying to get a quick tip, couldn't do that. And they cut him loose again. Another ankle pick. And out of bounds they go. And with minute 7 left, it's 8-4. Patrick Spray. Sweep shot missed off elbow control. Spray going to work on his feet. Spray is ranked at 113 pounds. He is ranked, if I can get the right page, 6th in the state. Front headlock, sort of, by Kunzman, and Spray goes around the corner, fights that off, comes up with a takedown and a bar. Sitting position with a half and a wrist tied up. Now Spray coming around the corner, got a leg trapped as well, sits into a double arm bar and gets a pin in 145. Six Red Raider team points. That's the way you want to start off a dual meet. And we'll see what the Red Raiders have in store here. This looks like Max Bennett's coming out at 120. Bennett's at 120 is going to take on a wrestler here for Sheboygan North. And I'm not sure who that is. Their coach told me they had nobody. To take down for the Sheboygan wrestler. To take down, 2 near fall. And I'm not sure if they went. We're up to 126. They just bypassed the forfeit to Christian Smith. I guess they did anyway. This is 126 pounds. And this is John York of Sheboygan North. We did not see Smith come out and get his hand raised. And it's 4-1. And we have no team scores. Russian. Bennett's going to step over that. Got a takedown, going to score near fall. This is tight. Pin for Bennett. And 114, Max Bennett with a fall over John York. 6 big Red Raider team points. 18-0 the dual meet, and we're at 132 pounds. Dylan Hall, your Red Raider, taking on Javon Dixon. Dylan Hall and Javon Dixon. Oh, got a right hand wrapped. This is launching pad loaded here. As Hall fires a headlock, Dixon got off to the side, tried to go under a body lock, and they go off the mat. No score, either wrestler. Good no call by the referee. Dixon crawls into a low ankle shot. He's got the takedown. Hall to his feet, launching pad loaded again. Headlock by Hall. Dixon trying to roll him through. Launching pad is loaded one more time. 1 point escape, Hall. And they break apart from the lockup. Collar ties each wrestler. 2-1 right now, Hall trails. And a wild first minute. Hall with a dart down low got stopped. Front headlock by Javon. Double overhooks or underhooks now, and he drops into a double. Takes Hall down. Does Javon Dixon. And around the outside edge of the circle here. .22 seconds left, they're out of bounds. Hall going to be down in the referee's start. He's set. Dixon going to cover. Hall trying to get some hand control and get a foot down. Got that inside leg laced up. End of the period. And 4-1. Javon Dixon with the lead. Dixon's choice, he defers. Hall's choice, they're going down. Hall trying to crawl to his feet. Dixon able to get enough of that wrist control to take him off his base. Hall fighting to his feet again. Dixon drops down on a single. Hall fights it off. Launching pad is loaded one more time. Headlock by Hall. Dixon tries to roll him through. Hall bases off this time. Hall got to stay in a good solid base here. Over Dixon now, sets him in here along the shoulders. Pin for Hall in 2:42. Six Red Raider team points, 24-0 the dual meet. That was a wild match. For 2.5 periods. There was a lot of throwing and rolling and headlocking and scrambling. Fun to watch. Hall comes out with a pin. Jordan Scallis. at 138. Taking on Damien View. Scott with a takedown. Got a half. Lost that. Going back to a wrist if he can get it. Now got a bar on this near side. We're wrestling right down below us on a black mat here at the Plymouth Gymnasium. Scallos with a wrist and a half. Wrist and a bar now, drives over Vergara, or excuse me, Damon View. Just a minute left, first period. And Scallos trying to settle it in, drives that bar over one more time. Pin. 1-11 on the fall. (30-0) the dual meet right now. Peyton Einerson scheduled to go next at 145 pounds against Brian Vergara. Einerson and Vergara now getting to the scores table. Red Raiders hunting pins often and early here. Scores should be 20, should be 30, I guess, unless we had a double forfeit at 120 pounds. Yeah, we're not privy to that. Einerson with the first shot that I've seen him take in a long time, didn't complete it, but at least it was fairly decent effort. Einerson again with a shot in, got there this time. Sets Vergara down on the seat of his step-in, trying to work up the body. Vergara going to be in some trouble here, did not belly down. Einerson body locks him. Now Einerson got his hand up around the neck, and there was the pin as Vergara tried to push back against Einerson, and all that does is put your own shoulders down on the mat. 49 seconds on the fall time. (152-pounders) getting ready to go now. This is Ethan Mercer and Taurus Welch. Red Raiders, the last dual meet team to get done in the first round by a long shot, but they're looking to be the first one done here in this round of wrestling. A little mat cleanup going on. Red Raider coaching staff this year: head coach Scott Bennett, assistants Tim Spray, Drew Hamill, Tommy Marocca, and Adam Klanowski. And now we're getting the official guys here at the match. Scheduled toward, well, we'll see what happens here. Ethan Mercer getting a forfeit win. And Jake Tim at 160. Maybe taking on Taurus Welch. We'll see. We don't have a way of knowing, but that's who we assume it is. Off the mat with no score. Shot in by Welch. Tim flattens him down, spins behind, gets a takedown. Nice sprawl back by Jake Tim. Now we can see if we can put that long arm and legs together here to his advantage. Longer wrestler a lot of times has a big advantage on leverage, reach, obviously. Half an wrist by Jake Tim. Minute 15 left. Got Welch going on his back. And Welch was screaming. And there is some injury time. That's 3 near fall for Tim. And coaching staff and the trainers are going to come out and look at Taurus Welch. And he got I guess a shoulder injury, says the referee. So, trainers out, going to take a look at him. Coaching staff out there. We hope the best for Mr. Welch. We'll take a quick break here and we'll be back with the second round of the Plymouth duels. The Red Raiders taking on Sheboygan North after this short timeout. All right, Craig. Injury default as we come back to our broadcast now with Taurus Welch. And we hope the best for him with a shoulder injury. We had a double forfeit, and that's where we were at earlier on, so that's why the team score is now at 42-0, double forfeit, and wrestlers moved up for the Red Raiders. Just wanted to quick check that. We got Brock Bennett on the mat now, and he's taking on Antonio Padilla. Bennett's with a quick takedown. Padilla trying to reach back and lock up a leg. Bennett's not going to have none of that. Stretches him out with a half and a wrist. Lost a wrist. Bennett's with a wrist underhooking. Padilla trying to turn on top, but Bennett regains control, gets his hips back up on top. This is 170 pounds. Brock Bennett's your Red Raider with a legs right in on the right side against Antonio Padilla. Bennett's with a double legs right in now, lost the right leg, still has the left side in. Now works cross body. And stacks Padilla up on his shoulders. Bennett's going to get 2 near fall and take a 4-0 lead. Now arm across the back. 7 seconds left. See if Bennett can get a quick turn here. Got to drive him over. Gonna get some near fall though. 2 near fall, 6-0. Bennett took a look at the clock. He had 7 seconds left. Baseballed that arm up, drove a half in. There was some chest pressure, ran Padilla over. And Padilla deferred. Bennett's choice. I'll go on top. Bennett stopped the first move. Padilla reached back. Bennett threw an armbar in on the left side. Bennett walks that cross face over, changes sides, comes to a tip. Got a count of 1. That wasn't enough to get near fall. Now legs ride with a turk. And Padilla able to go stomach back down. Then it changes with a bar again. Around the corner he goes. They lost a bar. 2-on-1 wrist control takes Padilla back inside the mat. 1 minute remaining, second period. 6-0 the Red Raider. Barbed wire now by Bennett. Wrist up all the way across the chest underneath the body. Pulling up on that. Another little tip.
Use the free hand.
Bennett's going to get a 2 near fall count. And it's 8-0 right now. The Red Raider with a lead. In control of the match. Padilla comes back with his head down. Kind of not liking what's been happening to him here. Bennett's with that crab ride. Double legs ride now. Bennett's trying to get a tip again. Got a count of 1. Ends up with a double legs ride. A lot of pressure down across the small of the back. Against the hips. Power half. Now the regular half. Drives him over the top. Padilla in some deep trouble here as he's stacked up. And the period runs out. 2 near fall Bennett's. 10-0 the lead after 2 periods. And we got blood time. Bennett's nose is bleeding again. The dual meet looks like this. Patrick Spray came out with a pin and won the 45. Christian Smith ended up with a forfeit. Then Max Bennett goes and gets himself a pin at 114. Dylan Hall a pin in 242. Jordan Scallis a pin in 111. Peyton Einerson a 49 second fall. Ethan Mercer wins by forfeit at 160. Jake Tim was ahead in the match over Taurus Walsh, and then Walsh was injured and had to default out of the match due to injury, so Jake Tim wins at an injury default. And this is the 170-pound match. Brock Bennett, Antonio Padilla. Bennett's nosebleed plugged up, and Padilla's choice are going on their feet. Padilla slapping a hard collar tie on, getting a little frustrated. Bennett's with a nice shot in, short drag on by, got the takedown, walks up a cradle, got him on his back near the edge of the circle. This looks pretty tight here, and there is the pin. 26 seconds into the third period, 4:26 on the fall. Six more Red Raider team points, 48-0 the dual meet. 182-pounders coming out now. And we'll see who the Red Raiders send out here. And Nathan Fuller. And Fuller at 182. We'll take on Zach Aker. Nathan Fuller normally down at 170. Front headlock by Aker. Fuller walks right through it to a body lock. Launching pad is loaded. Fuller trying to step through it and crush him up, takes him to his back. That was just plain out-toughed him right there. 2, takedown, Fuller. Walking up a cross-face cradle, got him on his back. Knee in the side. 107 left, a lot of time to pin, steps across to the leg. Grip is broke on the cradle. Fuller not a long wrestler at 182 pounds by any means. And he has to turn him stomach down. 3, near fall Fuller is up 5-0. Fuller with a wrist pinned up across the back now. Now loses that. Aker gets back to a base. Fuller with the arm across the back one more time. Steps across, locks the leg. Pins that arm. Drives a half. Hips him over. Straddles the legs. Pin for Fuller. 154. Six more Red Raider team points. 150. It's 54-0. 195 pounders coming up. Cody Abel at 195. And that is a forfeit. Next up, Bo Thompson. Thompson going to receive a forfeit. Oh, no, we're going back up. We must have had a double forfeit at 220. Thompson going up to heavyweight. We'll change that. Thompson with a single leg, takes a big heavyweight down. The heavyweight's name is Evan Mon. Thompson with the legs right on the heavyweight.
Heel kick.
Thompson now with a bar. Drives ahead. Gets the heavyweight on his chest. Thompson trying to trap that far arm, run that bar. 56 seconds left. Thompson runs the bar and Mon rolls right through it. Thompson with wrist control underneath. Thompson trying to barbed wire that arm up. Comes out around the head. Got 30 seconds left. Oh, and he lost the elbow. Well, he's got to scramble to cover. Thompson with a wrist, pinned up across the back. Gonna baseball it back there. Pinning it hard, hips in, drives him over the top. Mon on his back, Thompson squeezing him up. End of the period. 3 near fall Thompson, he leads 5-0 on a takedown and 3 near fall late. Thompson's choice. He's gonna go both up. Thompson, a number 3 ranked 220 pounder, and what do we have going on there? We got clock was set at 9 minutes and 50-some seconds. Well, that's kind of a long wrestling period. So we'll start her back at Started back at 2. They ran off 6 seconds, which is about right. Thompson drops down on a near side single. Mon countered. Thompson with an underhook, and they're off the mat. Thompson moving up whole weight class. You can see the difference in body size. You're going to 285. Thompson with a nice sweep shot. Drives him over the body. Mon trying to roll through. Thompson trying to catch him. Got him on his back.
Keep going.
Thompson got to keep his head up here. He can't get his head down, and he can get rolled off the top. Keeps his head up. He should be all right. He'll be able to switch sides. Long time for Mon to fight this off. Thompson goes back, scoops an arm, puts some chest pressure on. That's pretty tight right there. Now Thompson off to the side, getting parallel, scooping ahead, pin, in 2, 3:12, excuse me on the fall time, 3:12. Six for the Raider team point, 66-0 the dual meet. And 106-pounder Matrix Jisco will receive a forfeit. And from being the longest dual meet that the Red Raiders wrestled the first round out of anybody here, they just put away the fastest dual meet. Patrick Spray with a pin in 145. Double forfeit at 120. Max Bennett a pin in 114. Dylan Hall a pin in 242. Jordan Scallis a pin in 111. Peyton Einerson a 49-second pin. Double forfeit at 152. 160 Jake Tim wins by injury default after taking a lead in the match. Brock Bennett's a pin in 426. Nathan Fuller a pin in 154. Cody Abel wins by a forfeit. A double forfeit at 220. Bo Thompson wrestling at heavyweight, pin in 312, and Matrix Jisco wins by forfeit, 72-0, the dual meet score. Next up for the Red Raiders, they will take on Milwaukee Bradley Tech. Milwaukee Bradley Tech will have a couple of open spots potentially, 2 listed. They have the potential to move up 1 person and do some sliding to cover one of those spots. We'll see if they do that or not. And we'll bring you round number 3 of the Plymouth Duels right here on River City's Community Access.